Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining my channel. And today is Fable Friday, my favorite day of the week. So I have quite a few things that I want to catch up on this week, and some of it stems from Christmas, some from before, so I'm just going to get right into it. The very first thing I want to call out is, as you can see, she is back. My coils are back. I had a nice time enjoying my easy to manage straightened hair, which you probably have only seen me attempt to do once since I've had this channel. I am celebrating, or I just celebrated my 3-year anniversary being on YouTube, and this has been a struggle of a lifetime. Just to get to, I don't know, it's just been a struggle, but I enjoy it, but like, it's been a struggle. And that being said, I think in that 3-year span, you've only seen me attempt to straighten my hair once, and it was a fail. And so then I got it professionally done, and you guys for the last month, saw me with straight hair. And what I realized is that I miss straight hair because it's just so much easier to manage. I've been contemplating cutting my hair short and getting it straightened regularly so that I just could deal with not so much hair. It'd just be easy to deal with and still be somewhat feminine. So I don't know. We'll see how that thought process kind of matriculates over time. But for now, the coils are back and you'll be seeing her in all the videos to come. The next thing I want to talk about, I am actually not very proud of, but I had been celebrating it and gloating about it for weeks and weeks, and only to have to come to you and tell you that I have failed. You know that succulent I got, and I can't remember how long ago it was, but it hasn't been that doggone long. It was the mother-in-law's tongue, and I was talking about how well the plant was doing. She was thriving. She had grown new leaves, all of the things, and was getting bigger. She is not doing so well. So I have no idea. 2 of the leaves turned yellow, brown, or whatever the case may be. And my dad told me to clip them off very neatly and nicely. So I clipped them off. And then unbeknownst to me, I really wasn't paying attention. When I went to go water it, it just didn't look quite right. And it just seemed very loose. Like the leaves seemed quite loose in the dirt. And so I told my parents, I said, I think it's dying. It looks very kind of weak at the roots. And they said, well, just bring it to us. We'll fix it. And we'll bring it back to life for you. So in just picking the pot up and putting it in a bag so I can bring it to them, one of the leaves broke off and fell off and just broke off and fell off, which lets me know that the rest of it was soon to follow. And so once I brought it to my dad, he's like, I don't think I can save this. I don't know what you did, but they were really just puzzled by the whole thing. But I somehow found a way to kill a succulent in, I don't know, in less than a year. We can say maybe less than 6 months. I don't got the answers. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so that's that. The next thing I want to follow up on is I raved about this during my Christmas gifts. I showed you guys what I got for Christmas. I got some lip balm and some body shea butter for the body, natural body cream, shea butter natural body cream from a place called Shimmy Rose. Black owned, based in the UK. And I posted about it on social media, and the owners of Shimmy Rose contacted me directly to thank me for the shout out, and they were so happy and pleased that I was happy and pleased. They also gave me a quick tip. They let me know of a provider that's here in the US that would, then I could enjoy cheaper shipping costs if I just order from the US as opposed to the UK when it's time for me to replenish. So that was very awesome for them to share that tip. But the one thing I wanted to share with you guys is that I did try, both products. I have been trying both products, using them every day pretty much since Christmas. And the lip balm is just that. It's a really good thick lip balm. I wear this to bed in lieu of putting on coconut oil. I use this, and it's really good on the lips. I get up and my lips are still moisturized. I don't have, chapping and stuff happening, because you guys know I hate drinking water. So when I wake up in the morning, my lips are dry. So putting this on, I don't have that issue going on. However, what I did find is that this is labeled as rose. I'm thinking that was intended to be the scent or something, but there is no rose smell to this at all. I think that there's rose in it, like rose oil or something like that, but it really only smells like shea butter. And then as far as the shea butter itself goes, it's just like many of the other shea butters that I've used before. But what I will say is that however they formulate it, it is silky and smooth. It dissolves really well. It doesn't take too much effort for me to warm it up in my hands to get it on my body. Just for that reason, I always stayed away from shea butter because it's always so thick and sticky and it takes so long to dissolve and get on your body. And then once it gets on your body, it's really sticky. This was formulated really well. So that it seems like the molecules may be smaller somehow because it dissolves pretty well and it absorbs into my skin much easier than the other shea butters that I've used in the past. So I do like this, but it is very much like any other shea butter in terms of texture and smell that you've ever used in the past, if you've ever used it. But what I will say, it does absorb better. The next thing I want to call out is the fact that not too long ago, I worked really long and hard on a video about who wore it best. And I talked you guys through my thought process on how to mimic styles that you really like using the clothes that you already own. And I was so upset that most of my cutaway footage, my B-roll footage showing what my outfit looks like against the model's outfit, all of my footage was blurry. And it took me so long to do it, and it takes a lot of effort. If you guys just think about getting dressed in the morning, how much effort it takes for you to put on all those things, and then taking it off and putting on another. So I had to go through, I think I did, for that video, 11 outfits in succession, right? And all, you know, different pieces for the most part. And that takes a long time. And I was hot, I was tired, and, you know, whatever. So once I started to edit the footage and saw that it was blurry, I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna roll with it. I just don't have the luxury of having more time than I already spend making videos to redo it again. And I can't stomach the idea of spending all that time, getting all of that footage, and then scrapping the whole thing. So we just had to roll with the blurriness. I know it was bad, but we just had to roll with it. So in future, I will be a lot more cognizant and careful to check my footage as I go along to make sure that it's not blurry. But just so you know, have some concept of, you know, why it's blurry and I don't notice is there's a tiny viewfinder on my camera, really, really tiny. And I am standing about, you know, 12 feet away, 10 to 12 feet, depending on what I'm doing, away from the camera when I'm filming for you guys. I cannot see the detail on a 2-inch screen because I think it's 2 inches by 1.5 inches. I can't see the detail from that far away, from 10 feet away. And some of you have eyes like a hawk. I do not. So then if I don't go back and play the footage before I move on, I don't notice. So I just wanted to give you a little context. I'm not slow. Yes, I am. But anyway, that's that. The next thing I want to share with you is something that is so funny. You guys remember when I was telling you about my new Doc Martens that I coveted so long and I finally got a pair, blah, blah, blah. And when I wore them, the leather was so stiff that it hurt my feet, and I ended up buying some really thick socks, you know, for whatever reason. And the thick socks worked wonders with the toughness of the leather. And I was just talking about how you needed to get some and save my life, all the things, blah, blah, blah. So also in that unboxing, I mentioned to you that Doc Martens sent along a pair of socks. And I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. How nice of them. And it's a pair of socks that has, you know, Doc Martens here on the heel. And I'm just like, ooh, free socks. It wasn't just free socks. These socks are super thick. And it came with like a little note attached to the top of the socks to explain that these socks are meant to be worn with new Doc Martens so that you can endure the tough leather and wear them in properly and not have to sacrifice your feet, basically. But it's really good for what they call new Doc Marten wearers. I totally ignored the note on here. I just was like, ooh, free socks. So now that I know that, then it's perfect because it's winter. And so if this were summer, I'd be in a world of hurt. But I'm glad it's winter and I can wear these socks. So if you do get Doc Marten shoes, they will send you the proper socks to wear with the boots. So don't feel discouraged by the feedback that I gave you with the leather being tough. These are there to help you, you know, protect your skin and stretch out the boots properly. The other thing I want to mention is how much I am loving my Sips by membership. I think I shared with you that for Christmas, no, it was a different video. It was Christmas Day video, that I got a gift from a friend of mine. It came with 2 boxes of chai teas, which are my favorite, but then also a 3-month subscription for other teas based on, you know, a survey that you fill out. They'll send you some teas every month. I got my first box in December. Instead of January, I got it in December. And I was super pleased with the selection that I got. So much so, there was one called Estate Tea, Mint and Cocoa is what it's called. So much that I've, you know, went back onto Sips By website and ordered a whole container of just that type of tea. Which I was super excited to know that you can go to their website and order whatever it is that they send you on a monthly basis. Whatever they send you, you can go to their site and order it. And it's typically cheaper than the manufacturer's website. So I think mine was not that much, but it was 50 cents cheaper, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was 50 cents cheaper, and the shipping was cheaper than the manufacturer's website. So I was super excited about that. You know me, I don't care how much I save, as long as I'm saving something, it makes my day. So I did end up ordering the Estate Tea Mint Cocoa, a whole batch of that, so I'll be drinking on that for a while, and I'm super excited about, you know, what other things I'll discover along the way that I fall in love with. And depending on how the next 2 months go, I may even extend or buy another membership for probably the remainder of the year to see what other things that I can kind of dabble in and try. So I'm super excited about that. And the last thing that I want to mention is more of a confession than anything. I have developed a new addiction to something that isn't all that great for me. Well, it's okay, but I definitely overdo it, if I might say so myself. My latest obsession is these coconut cashews from Trader Joe's. Have you ever seen these before? I don't know if you have. But Trader Joe's sells these coconut cashews that are cashews coated with coconuts. And the sugar content in here is alright. The carbs and sugar is okay. But, you know, you're only supposed to eat like a quarter of a cup. And I eat, you know, probably 3/4 of a cup in a day. So, yes. So this has become my new obsession. I'll eat, you know, a quarter of a cup as my mid-morning snack, and then I'll eat a quarter of a cup midday, after lunch-ish. If I even do eat lunch out around that time. And then definitely in the evening to kind of wind down my day. I spend the time to measure it out to make sure that I'm only eating the serving size, but I eat the serving size multiple times. But this is my new obsession, new addiction. I'm sharing it with you because I'm evil. Yeah, because I'm evil. I feel like, you know, I shouldn't be the only one that's addicted to these, but I do. I buy these like two at a time when I go to Trader Joe's because both my husband and I like them. My son is deathly allergic to cashews. We've ended up in the ER a couple times because of him accidentally eating cashews. So you would think that we wouldn't even have them in the house, but he can be around them. He just can't eat them. That being said, we are addicted to these. These are in Chicago at least. These are $7.99 per bag, and this is a 14-ounce bag. So it's pretty expensive, but these are whole cashews. Whole, I don't know if they're toasted or roasted or whatever, but whole cashews with coconuts on it. So, yeah, I'm evil. Yeah, so if you try it, I'm pretty sure you'll be addicted too. Alright, so that brings us to the end, getting you caught up on this Fable Friday. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of video. I think a few of you have let me know, like, they like this video better than some other videos. So I'm just definitely going to keep this in the rotation moving forward. If I were to ever change my video cadence, something else would go, but the Fable Fridays will stay because I enjoy giving you the real on what I think about the things that I tell you about on other videos. So if you like this style of video, and whether you like it or not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, hit the like button, and go ahead and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have any feedback, any comments, if you also have tried these and love them too, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.